Wow.
I think really spot on, yeah.
Very, very applicable at Ardis. Yes.
We are Veroniek and Bern, and at Ardis we build manufacturing software for the sheet cutting companies worldwide. Now, what does that mean? It's, for example, cabinetry people or kitchen manufacturers or people who are cutting aluminium. In the last 5 years, since we've owned, in fact, Ardis, we've been growing tremendously. On one hand, it's our customers, but also our product portfolio extremely expanded, and next to that, we also hired a lot of new people.
And that's the greatest challenge at the moment, finding the right people with the right skills to keep up with that growth.
It's clear that you consider your people your core asset to your organization and in fact even to your value proposition. However, you also indicate struggling to find the right new people. And that's interesting because you're not alone in this. In fact, a recent study we conducted showed that it's the #1 challenge to entrepreneurs in their future growth. So what can you do about this? Our study also showed that company culture is the #1 criterion employees are looking for in their future employer. So my advice to you would be to be very specific and explicit about your company culture towards the outside world. How to do this? Define 4 to 5 core values that your company wants to stand for. And those should show to employees what kind of behavior is expected of them. To make this actionable, I then suggest that you translate those core values into 2 to 3 concrete behaviors, just so your employees know what's expected of them and your values aren't just fancy slogans on a wall.
Spot on, yeah.
The values and the behaviors is something we have, but she speaks about 3 values and 3 behaviors where we have about more than 7, I think. It might make sense to narrow down.
She also talks about making them much more explicit, which I think is something we don't do them sufficiently right now. They are used once a year, I think, during an evaluation chat. And even then, it's very limited what we do with them.
They are now mainly made for internal purpose, where I understand it might make sense to make it external, to really reach the right people and make our DNA sensitive for new stuff.
Because the DNA is really one of the core things that we have at Ardis, that we see is needed for having a good match and a good fit with our company.
It is
it's
something we definitely struggle with, and which is a very big challenge for us.